Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 865 South Shenandoah Avenue in Los Angeles, and I am preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line for Roy Lamstrom. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I am going to be performing today's examination from our 4-inch main sewer line cleanout. This cleanout is located here on the right side of the building. As you come through the neighbor's driveway here towards the back of the parking, right here where the structure bumps out a bit, there's a 4-inch pipe sticking up here. And it looks like everything from both the left side and right side come across this side of the structure, come out and run along the right side of the building, basically up underneath these trees all the way up to the front and straight out to the public sewer under the middle of the street. We've also got a couple of tie-ins coming out of the building. You'll see those here as we push through. Wipe the debris off the lens here real quick. Sorry, I picked up some dental floss or some sort of debris on the camera. It's fogging up the view a bit. There we go. Alright. So what we're pushing through right now, the first 50 feet or so of this line, is a modern ABS plastic piping. So this section here along the side of the structure has been upgraded. This is not the original piping. Originally it would have been cast iron or clay. Here's where we have a branch coming out of the structure tying into this line. There's going to be another one a little further forward. Now, these modern plastic pipes, they are expected to have a long service life. They also have a very smooth inner surface, which allows for very high washout capability. In other words, they don't have a tendency to collect debris and have a high potential for blockages. So this is a good material for a main sewer line. It's a modern pipe that's going to last a long time, and it's also intended to be impervious to root intrusions. Alright, so here at 50 feet we're connecting back up to the original clay piping now, and this is going to continue out under the front yard along that right side out to the sidewalk or street. Now, the clay pipe materials, they also were expected to have a long service life. This is a natural material, so it's less likely to deteriorate underground, but it can be fairly brittle in nature and does have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. We are seeing some slight root intrusions here at this joint. That's a pretty common condition in these older clay pipes. Normally we are suggesting that these roots can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings. It's when they're left unmaintained for extended periods that they can create blockages or potentially damage the joint. So far it's pretty minimal what we're seeing. Alright, right here at 65 feet, we should be somewhere near the front of the property here, out near the sidewalk. And we're changing pipe materials again and increasing in diameter from the 4-inch clay pipe to a 6-inch concrete pipe. Now, the concrete pipe materials exhibit similar conditions to the clay piping, but as you'll see, the bottom here is quite a bit rougher. You see the camera bouncing around as it's going through. The aggregate gets washed through, or the concrete gets washed away through the pipe, and you get the small rocks or aggregate showing through. Now, this is somewhat typical deterioration on this pipe. It's not anything of any concern, but it should be noted that the City of Los Angeles does have an ordinance in place that basically states that during any sort of building-related permit construction, that if there are certain types of permits being pulled that they want to see this lateral pipe under the street. If it's found to be concrete, it's supposed to be rehabilitated with an improved lining system. I really just want to make you aware of that. It's not something that I'm saying needs to be done at this point, based on what I'm seeing so far, but it is a possibility down the road that that could be something that would have to occur. Part of the reason is these pipes, they don't have the long service life like the clay. The concrete does deteriorate, and it has a tendency to maybe crumble a little more than the clay. You start seeing the cracks and the crumbling in areas. Here we are coming up just before our public sewer, and you're kind of seeing some of what I was talking about. There's some kind of cracking and a little bit of crumbling happening here. So this may be a good candidate for a liner. This sort of deterioration here is kind of what they're looking for, what the purpose of the lining system would have been. And really it's pretty clean up to this point, but right here as we make our drop into our public sewers where we're seeing some of that deterioration. So certainly worth considering a liner through that concrete to rehabilitate it. But I'm not seeing anything that's really stressing that it's absolutely necessary. But again, something I would consider, especially on a high usage structure with multiple units and bathrooms. Alright, so here at the public sewers, the end of our video examination, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Please do refer to the written report for the description of the final findings and recommendations. And we do recommend that main sewer lines should be examined after any significant seismic activity, and that main sewer lines should be examined annually to monitor for changing conditions in the system. This is Mark Harrison, a Sewer Line Check Professional. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant day.